Welcome to Capture the World with D. Interviews with companies and individuals to learn more about digitally capturing the built world. Video, drone, 3D tours, pictures, panoramas, and more. And now your host, a social influencer and community activist, D. Johnson.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Capture the World with Dee. I'm your host, Dee Johnson. I hope you all are keeping safe and healthy as most of us are now staying at home. So I hope that as you find you have some more spare time, that you can join us and listen to what our interesting topics. Today's episode is sponsored by Cubicasa, the makers of a revolutionary app that allows you to scan a property in under 5 minutes using just a mobile device, and you get a professional floor plan in less than one business day. So if you haven't tried them out yet, go to cubi.casa, that's cubi.casa, and start scanning today. Remember, your first scan is free. My guest today is the owner of vlogeasy, an easy to use video editing tool that I'm sure will help a lot of you in your day to day business. So, without further ado, please help me welcome Chris Carmichael.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
That's good. I hope you're keeping healthy.
I am. I'm trying to anyways.
So, Ted,
I
as
actually had COVID-19 a couple weeks ago. But I got through it pretty well, so
oh, wow. So, how,
yeah, I was lucky.
yeah, we're glad to see that you're now healthy.
Yeah. I
So,
mean most people are anyways, so
yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah.
yeah.
It's tough. So,
Yeah, I
Teddy
know.
Teddy's asking you for life. Teddy, can you see us? Can you let me know? We should be live. You should be able to see us. Anyway, so Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started this company, vlogeasy?
Well, I guess a couple years back in 2015, I built a following on Snapchat. I was one of the first people to do so. Right after they launched their stories feature, I ended up building about 150,000 followers out of nowhere,
Wow.
and which was kind of crazy at the time. And then basically there was a community of us that were emerging on Snapchat, and we all kind of went to Snapchat and said, "Hey, we think that influencers from like Instagram and Vine could use this platform." That's how early it was back in the day. And they basically said that we'll never be an influencer platform. We're always going to be a chat tool between friends, and they were very laser focused on that vision.
Uh-huh.
Um, and they basically made it a policy not to work with us as creators. And I was just kind of taken back by that, and it was very obvious to me that Snapchat was about to become an influencer tool. It turns out they depended on influencers using their tool
Hmm.
later on, and they threw parties for them and they invested heavily in them. But I think they were just really focused at the time on their vision of being the chat tool between friends. So I ended up leaving. At the time, I was doing brand deals with like Disney, Universal, Lionsgate, Fox. They were paying me to promote to my audience. And I kind of put all that behind, and I decided that I wanted to focus on building my own video apps. And at the time, I tried a few social networks out. They didn't work. We were trying to build basically what TikTok was. We were trying to build that in 2015. It was an app called Slinger. It was the first place to upload vertical videos people can watch, kind of like YouTube. It was very obvious at the time somebody was about to build, the YouTuber vertical video. Turns out took that one home, and we built a few of them. We built Slinger, BitSmash. We built another one called Pocketflix, which was basically the Netflix of vertical video, where we got filmmakers to create video content that people can subscribe to. They get part of the subscription pool. And then we decided at the end of our funding cycle, we raised some money from investors. We decided that we were going to shut all. We're going to try to stop. If we're going to stop trying to build social networks, and we're just going to focus on building utility apps.
Hmm.
And vlogeasy was kind of the child of that. So that's how it all kind of started.
And when was that?
That was, um, I would say a year and a half ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
when we really decided. Yeah. And then we basically asked ourselves the question, uh, if you were to build an automatic video editor, what would the first thing you would need to build? And we said, well, if you look at all the YouTubers on YouTube, if you were to build an automatic video editor, the first thing they would want is to take all the dead space out where there's no talking,
Hmm.
because when they record, they cut all that dead space out, and that creates the popular jump cut style effect.
Yep.
So we said, can we automate this process? I have two really talented co-founders and developers, and we took a whole bunch of different stabs at it, and we actually fell upon. It was actually pretty it was more complex than we realized it was going to be, but we happened to fall on the solution as a mistake, um, and we built it, and it worked, and so yeah, so now we have we when it worked the first time. I tried making about 30 vlogs back to back, and each one was just so interesting to see, that I could just create 30 vlogs without having to, suffer from any burnout.
Hmm.
And a lot of creators, they'll create, and after the first video they're just done and they don't want to do it anymore. But I was making 30 vlogs back to back, and each one looked like it was professionally edited, and I had zero burnout. In fact, I was having like a really good time doing it. So we're like, oh my gosh, we're really onto something here. So that after that, we basically built out what we have today, which is what I would argue the easiest to use video editor on the market. um, and we have hundreds of thousands of people who have downloaded it already, and yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
especially in today's world, as we find ourselves social distancing, I get a lot of requests from both realtors and from photographers that are like, "Hey, my client wants this video of a property. Who can help me do that?" So your tool would be something that definitely people could use. And then you
Yep.
don't have to pay somebody else to do it. You're in charge. So tell us a little bit about vlogeasy.
Yep. So basically, when we originally launched this, we were trying to build it for influencers and YouTubers. um, but we realized we got put into a lifetime deal group on Facebook. It's called the Lifetime LTD, Lifetime Deal Fan Group, and there's about 9,000 people in there. And it was actually the same week we ran out of our funding. It was the same week we officially launched the app, and our investors were a little bit scared when that happened. But we got in touch with this Lifetime Deal Group, and we sold lifetime licenses to them, and we did about 35,000 sales in 1 week from one Facebook post. And it
Wow.
wasn't YouTubers, it wasn't influencers, it was small business owners, internet marketers,
Yep.
entrepreneurs who need a video strategy, but they just have no way of pumping out videos really quickly. So we realized that everybody who was purchasing the product were people who were never going to pick up a video editor in the first place.
Yep. Like
And
me.
we yeah, exactly. And then we realized our market isn't competing against current video editing. It's people. It's a brand new blue ocean market of people who were never going to pick up an editor in the
Mhm.
first place, which is a way bigger market than the niche video editing market. So we started seeing 60-year-old men, 70-year-old men and women use the app, and we just couldn't believe it. We were thinking like kids were going to be using it, and so the company was saved. We did $35,000. We eventually got some investors soon after that, who came on board, 500 startups. Um, but
Wow.
uh, but yeah, so three failed products, and all of a sudden we think we have something now. So
Yeah. So for me, the thought of having to edit video is daunting. It's like I don't even
yep.
know where to start. So I met Chris at the Keller Williams Family Reunion Conference. His booth was right across from ours, and he had a constant stream of people at his booth. There was a lot of interest. So that was really nice to see. And I'm like, hey, what's this guy over here doing? So that's when I went over and I introduced myself, and here we are today. Um,
Cool.
so yeah, I totally get why people would want it. So tell us all the things that you can do with the app.
Yep. So the main the core feature is the jump cut feature. It automatically removes the dead space where there's no talking. So if you ever record videos, usually what people will do is they'll record and then 60 seconds in, they'll mess up and then they
Yeah.
have to start over again. And you see that a lot with real estate agents when they do house tours and
Yeah.
they're not editing those videos. So they'll have to stop 60 seconds in and then restart again and then do it again. And by the end, you're about 20 videos in and you're just completely frustrated because you just don't even know what to say anymore.
Yeah.
And with vlogeasy, as long as you get that first cut done properly, you can actually move on to the next piece. And basically, if you ever make a mistake on vlogeasy, you just pause, you think about what you wanted to say, and then you say it again, and then you say it again and again until you get it right. And then later you can go back into the timeline and you can swipe up to delete all the bad clips. So you're never, if you, as long as you have that first piece and then the next piece covered, you never have to go back to the beginning again. You just continue on as you go. So it completely removes the pressure from creating content, even for people who have never made videos. You could spend 10 minutes just trying to get that first cut, and then
Mm-hmm.
as long as you got that cut, just move on to the next piece, and then you get that cut, you move on to the next piece. There's never having to go back to the beginning. So I would say that is the highest utility part of the app. And on top of that, we have so we're doing a whole bunch of third-party integrations. We're pulling content from other platforms that exist. So you can actually pull content from Giphy, GIFs. You can overlay that on your video or make it part of your video. We have a whole bunch of stock video that's HD. You can add that to your video as well. We're adding royalty-free music from audio blocks and sound effects this week, so
Oh,
you have
cool.
thousands and thousands of royalty-free
Uh-huh.
music you can use. We also have stock images, so if you want to just pull stock images, and then we also have animated stickers. So we're really quickly trying to integrate with as many free content providers as possible. We also have other people who are asking to integrate their content as well, and so that's the core features. If you don't want to record with jump cut style, you can actually use the normal camera mode if you want. If you want to use a DSLR camera, you can actually record on a DSLR and then put it into vlogeasy, and 4K DSLR footage will also work.
Wow.
So it's pretty dynamic already, and we're just getting started.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. So I'm creating a video, I do my thing, and then it's like, oops, I just messed up. So all I do is pause, and
Yep,
then I start up again. And what your software does is it takes the clips from pause to pause, and I can just get rid of that whole chunk.
exactly. Later on, you can go back and swipe. You can preview all the clips you made, and you just swipe up and delete all the bad ones.
Yeah.
So,
So that's that's like me. It's like, oh, I just messed up. Do it again.
yep,
And I
yep,
used to do audio podcasts at Matterport,
yep.
and the poor guy who had to edit that, I'd be like, wait, I just messed up again. And you could see him just sitting in the back rolling his eyes at me.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and he
Well,
said
unfortunately,
he would
we're
tell me it took me hours to get through your 20-minute session because you kept messing up. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
yeah. It's the same for video. Like, there's a lot of video editors that are just it's so tedious to do jump cuts, and to get them timed properly is also a struggle. Like,
Hmm.
it's not. We try to focus on keeping a consistent cut so that it feels just super. It's got like a super smoothness to it.
Hmm.
And a lot of jump cut editors, they never really hit the key right at the right moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Some do, but it just takes a lot more time to get that done. But literally, a grandmother that's 80 years old can open up vlogeasy today and tap the record button, just talk to the camera, and then literally by the time she's done recording, it'll be more perfectly jump cut than professional in seconds instead of hours. You're not
Not a grandmother.
oh, your grandmother.
All right. So, how do I sign up for this?
Yep. So we're only available on the iOS App Store right now. You type in search vlogeasy, and it'll be the first thing that comes up. VLOGEASY. On Android, we're not launched yet. We're working on that. It's a bit of a more tedious product just
Hmm.
because there's so many different variations of phones.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get something out in the next month. We have a lot of people who have pre-purchased license for Android. I would say we've sold a couple hundred so far.
Wow.
People who are trying to help fund us basically because
Mm-hmm.
they just can't wait for this product. We have some of those people who just couldn't wait and they bought iPhones just to use
Wow.
vlogeasy. Yeah, so we're also going to be coming out with desktop at some point, and it's going to be cool because you're going to be able to record on your phone, and you can jump over to it'll sync with the cloud. We already have that product in there as well, by the way. It syncs with the cloud, and then you can open your laptop, and your video will be right where you left off on your phone, just waiting for you on your laptop. So if you edit on your phone, all those edits will be ready to go on your laptop. You can edit on your laptop, jump back on your phone if you want. They'll be in sync with each other. So we're really trying to create a seamless experience that nobody seems to have created yet.
Wow. Okay. So your website, if you want to sign up, you can go to
www.vlogeasy.com.
that's vlogeasy.com. See,
Yeah,
I can spell. Or and go if you have an Android, sorry, an iPhone, go to the App Store. No,
yep,
yeah, the App Store. Search for
yeah,
vlogeasy.
exactly,
Does it work on
exactly.
iPads?
It works on iPads. Yeah, it's not a iPad specific experience. We still have to build that out, but it works just as well on the iPad as it does on the iPhone, if not more, because the iPad actually has a lot more random access memory,
Mhm.
RAM, and the processing speed's a bit faster on there. So, yeah, you can use your iPad.
Sweet. Okay, and how much does it cost?
The prices are varying, so I don't want to say in this video right now, but it's somewhere between it's around $200 for the Pro access, and then Enterprise is around $400 to $500.
And what does that get you?
Whew. I don't want to say right now again, just because that's changing over time. We're just in a testing phase right now,
Mhm.
but basically, Enterprise unlocks everything completely, and you'll never have any restrictions. Pro has a few restrictions, and then if you want to use it for free, you can use it for free as well. You just there's will just be a watermark on the video. Most of our customers use it for free right now,
Mhm.
um, but uh, but yeah,
So it's 200 or 400 or something around that for
something
life.
around
It's
that.
just a
Yeah,
one-time,
no, it's a yearly
a
subscription
year for per year.
as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Yep, yep. But we're also offering. I'm about to launch Vlog School, where I'm going to be teaching people how to vlog. So people who are overwhelmed by the idea of creating content, we're launching a free vlog school. Vlog School 101 is going to be how to overcome the fear of creating content, just because that's the first barrier everybody goes through.
Yeah.
And we're going to offer that as a free as a free experience. And we're also going to be doing like monthly town halls where we get everybody on a Zoom call who's using the app, and people can ask questions,
Mhm.
we really want to build a community
Yep.
around the app. I think too many tech companies kind of hide behind their tech, and we really want to be vulnerable and let people chop our heads off if they need to, so to speak. Um, uh, just so we can be very accountable with the process of everything.
Yeah, that's great. So definitely, uh, having a community and being backed by a community is something that's really appreciated by lots of customers. So awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, even for me, like when I was at Snapchat, it was a community of us that were emerging, and we kind of got shut out. And if only they had listened a little bit earlier, they could have been a little bit more ahead.
Yeah.
And we want to have a really close ear to our audience. So,
Yep.
um, yeah.
And so, what if somebody has a problem with the app? What should they do?
Someone has a yeah. There's actually a free live chat at all times in the app. It says it's just a help button that's almost always present. You tap help, and you can instantly live chat with our customer support, and they should be able to help you with whatever the issue is. You can also go to vlogeasy.com and hit the support button, and you can also talk with us there.
Hmm.
It's not 24-hour service yet, but we're working on that. Um, but yeah, it's all the questions that people have are pretty common, so it's easy to answer.
Where are
So,
you located out of?
um, I am current. We're based out of Los Angeles, but I'm currently in Seattle or near Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but I'm based out of Los Angeles. My co-founders are based out of Toronto. I'm originally from Toronto myself, um, but yeah, we're spread out all over the place.
So tell us more about your co-founders.
Ooh, they are two guys that never seem to give up, and which is good, which
Uh-huh.
is very good. We bootstrapped. this company for the first 2.5 years, I would say, and with zero money. And you know, I it's very hard to find people that will actually pursue a vision without making any money for that long. And with this company is shut down, has almost shut down a number of times,
Mhm.
and it was not easy. It really wasn't easy all the times that we were about to close down, and we just said, let's just try a little bit harder. Let's just try a little bit harder. And there was a sense in us that knew, like, as long as we just keep trying, something is going to hit at some point.
Mhm.
And when we did our first three, we actually did an app before that, but that was as a separate company. But these last three video apps, in the midst of it, it was very daunting, because we kept feeling like we had these failures that kept happening to us, right? And we kept saying, "Oh, we were failing, I'm failing, I'm failing." But only now, when our app is taking off, we realize those were actually the training days and the lessons that we needed to learn in order to deal with what we're
Yes.
about to deal with now.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people lose sight in that. And it's tough now too. Like, we're experiencing different growth pains, and I'm just keeping in mind, like, as hard as it is right now, it's about to get even harder. And
Mhm.
this is more training days that are happening right now. And that is some sort of a light at the end of the tunnel for me, to keep going. So if you had asked me to do it all again, and I hadn't learned the lessons, I'd probably, I wouldn't have needed to do it again. But uh, I'm so appreciative of the struggles that we had to go through. And those failures were really just lessons. They weren't
Yeah.
failures.
Absolutely.
And we're going up against some big players very soon. And who are we, these little punk kids? I mean, I'm not really that much of a kid anymore, but uh, and it's going to be rough. And now I know how to fight those battles that I didn't know how to fight before. So I just look forward to the next and bigger ones.
Yeah, spoken like a true entrepreneur. It is true not only in business but in life that the hardest things you go through are truly growth opportunities. And when you're
100%.
going through them, it's so hard, but when you come out the other end, you can look back and go, "Wow, I learned so much and I grew so much." And
Exactly.
and you really have to go through those in life. So, yeah.
Exactly.
So that's
Yeah.
great. So your co-founders are located in Toronto, so they're Canadians.
Yep. Yep.
And how did the three of you
Yes.
then meet?
Um, we all met at a company that we were working at, an agency that we were working at, like, years before, and we just kept in touch with each other. And we ended up messaging each other. Um, we all bring a very different skill set to the table.
Hmm.
All three of us are different people, but we have some similarities, and we know how to fight well, so to speak. Our decisions are we have a very flat hierarchy. Our decisions are kind of made between the three of us,
Hmm.
and basically the idea is, if one of us can't convince the other of an idea, it's probably a bad idea. Um, and it's kind of a good balance between us. So,
Uh-huh.
um, but they're awesome guys. We've been through a lot together. I feel like every I even though we will all work remotely, I feel like I'm getting closer to them as really good friends.
Uh-huh.
And we try to do these quarterly retreats together, somewhere around the world. We just basically go and brainstorm, what we believe the future should be. So
Oh,
we can't do
cool.
it. We were supposed to have one of those recently, but we can't
Yeah.
because of
Not
COVID-19. But
now.
yeah, not now. But we all did get VR headsets, so we can actually hang out in the VR world, and we're gonna start doing meetings there. So um, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
True geeks at heart.
yep,
Alrighty. So if you want to check out vlogeasy, it's www.vlogeasy, VLOGEASY, and .com, and it's
yep.
truly easy.
Hopefully,
It is. So I've tried it out. It is really easy. I mean, if I can figure out, anybody can. I so many times in my life I've been like, I have this video and I just need to edit it, and I was like, I don't even know where to start. And some of my friends
yeah,
know because I'll call them up, like, oh, just please help me because I'm completely clueless, and the thought of having to learn some video editing software and do that by myself is just daunting. So
Yeah.
yeah, so there's definitely a need for this product. Cool. All
Yep.
right, so the last and final question. Tell us, what is your secret sauce?
Our secret sauce. It might sound cliche, but our secret sauce, I would say, is uh, two things I mentioned. That is, we fight well as a team,
Hmm.
and we really don't give up. And we're not, there's probably competition that are emerging right now. We have already known of some people trying to copy us. I think that's okay. I think that's healthy. Uh, I think for us, we're just really focused on building value. And the jump cut feature is the first of many features that we have planned in the future, disruptive features. So, if people are going to copy us, that I think it's fine. But I don't think they're going to be able to, if they want to compete with us in the long run, they're going to have to copy pretty much everything we're about to launch.
Mm.
So our secret sauce is really fighting well together and never giving up.
And so, when will these new features come out?
Um,
And is there somewhere that somebody can go to see what you're planning to do?
yeah, so we have a roadmap on the website. I wouldn't say the disruptive features are on the website yet. We haven't really unleashed those
Hmm.
to the public, but we do have a Facebook fan page, a fan group, where we're keeping a really tight and close relationship with customers, and they can actually go there and vote and submit ideas that they want to see in the app.
Okay.
Um,
And what is the
but
name of what's the name of the Facebook group?
vlogeasy fan group.
So just go to Facebook and search
Yeah.
vlogeasy and you'll find it.
Yep, and
Okay.
there's also the Vlog Easy, or sorry, Vlog School. That's another
Hmm.
page that we have. But yeah, in terms of those features, uh, I don't want to say exactly yet because we don't know which one we're going to build first. But over time, we're going to unleash it into the fan group. So
Cool. So go to Facebook, search on vlogeasy, join the group. Alrighty. Well, thank you, Chris, for spending time with us. I really
thank you,
appreciated it.
D.
I've learned a
I
lot. This is a great product. I suggest that if you're listening or watching, check it out. It'll save you a lot of time. Uh, and I wanted to give a shout out to everybody out there, our people that are not just our first responders, but all the other essential workers who are out there risking their lives for us on a daily basis. For me, it's personal because my son is a doctor and he's on the front line. So,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I worry every day. But there's so many other people as well, uh, including farmers, people working at the grocery store. So, yeah,
Yeah.
my heart goes out to everybody and thank you so much. If there's anything that you want to know more about tech, a product, a company, please either put it in the chat box. Oops, that way. Or if you're watching this on video, put it in the comment section below and I will make sure to answer your questions. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been Capture the World with Dee. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.